What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. So, they're still coming. See, I thought that the Mexican government was going to be able to put a halt on this whole caravan of illegal immigrants that's traveling to America from Central America. But no. So Mexico, I guess, wasn't able to hold it down, and now we done went from 4,000 to roughly 7,000, which I saw on the news this morning, which it kind of baffles me, and I'm gonna tell you why it baffles me, ladies and gentlemen. First thing first, it baffles me that a sovereign country like Mexico just proved that they're not a sovereign country. So now we're seeing that they can't stop people that invaded their own country and just say, you know what, I'm going to walk right through your country to get to another country. That's like me in my house, the neighbor want to get to my neighbor's house, and they just come right through my crib, walk through my crib to get to their crib. And I'm going, hey, whoa, stop. And they're like, hey man, watch out, get out the way. I got to get over to that crib, okay? So it just shows that Mexico either lacks the will, lacks the resources, or they're just afraid to do it for whatever reason. Could be the fact that illegal immigration has a lot to do with the cartel. There's a lot of money being thrown around. Perhaps there's pressure on other ends that's telling the Mexican military or police to just say, hey man, look, make it look like you're doing something, but don't really do nothing. Kind of like busy work at your job. Sometimes people be on the job, boss in there, so they shuffle papers around, staple a couple things, make it look like they're doing stuff, get on the phone, talk loud enough so everybody can hear them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna get that right out to you. Okay, all right, take care, bye-bye, all right. And go right back to doing nothing. So apparently Mexico, they don't have the muscle to say, hey man, stop. Why hire a bouncer that can't keep people from coming into the club? That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you see a big line outside the club and you see the velvet rope and people still trying to muscle their way in, what kind of bouncer is it if he's like, hey, come on, guys, you know what? Stop. Wait, you come back here. Wait, see, there's too many of them. I can't do anything about it. Then you don't need to be a bouncer. Same thing with the Mexican military. If they can't stop this from happening, why do you have a military? Why do you have police officers? Just get rid of them. Just scrap them. But anyway, another thing about this is it shows how coordinated of an effort this is to have this caravan of illegal immigrants grow to 7,000. And I'm gonna tell you why. Do you understand how many armies in the past have failed just because they had to march their army from one location to the next location? That is a huge endeavor. That means you have to make sure you have a ton of food. You got to make sure you set up camp. You got to make sure they have shelter. You got to make sure they have water. You got to make sure all of these things are in place. And that is when you are being funded by the military. It is hard enough to march a full-blown, if you don't believe me, ask Napoleon. That's what got him at the end when they invaded Russia. He just couldn't leave well enough alone. His ego was so big, and he was like, you know what? We're going to march down to Russia. And Russia knew that you're going to run out of resources on the way. And so did Napoleon. So what he said is, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to go ahead and take one on the back end, because when we invade Moscow, we're going to go ahead and snatch all the resources and we'll replenish ourselves. So you know what the Moscow people did? They said, let's burn all this stuff and go up in the mountains somewhere and wait it out. And now here come Napoleon with his army, rush in, and Moscow's butt naked. There's nothing there for him. No resources. Then all of a sudden, guys are getting weak. The Russians say, come on now, they're weak enough, let's go back in and put the smack down on them. So if Napoleon, who had all types of money and resources and many other armies, failed marching large groups of people from one place to another, you're telling me now that a caravan of illegal immigrants from Central America somehow have the savvy to make it that far without no financial resources? Are you kidding me? How are they getting rides? How are they sleeping at night? Where are they sleeping at night? Are they just sleeping in the streets? Are they sleeping in the bushes? I didn't see no sleeping bags. I didn't see none of this stuff. So now all of a sudden you're telling me if somebody didn't guarantee your trip and your safety, you're willing to snatch your kid, or you're willing to put your own life on the line to just take a journey for thousands of miles, okay, along Central America, right up through Mexico, and risk your whole life for what? Uncertainty? I'm sure somebody is saying, trust me guys, we got some people that's working on the inside that's helping us out. You guys will be just fine. We'll make sure that you have some water, some resources, some food along the way. We'll go ahead and cut the trip in half by having people who can bus you and drive you and so on and so forth. This is a coordinated effort, okay? An attempt to make the president look bad or put him in a position to have to be the bad guy. He's going to be the parent that says, no, you can't go outside tonight and so on, or you can't have company come inside. How about that one? He's going to be the one to have to tell your friends when you was in the 8th and 7th grade and you're trying to have parties and all your friends come over, you ain't having no company today. I'm sorry, she got to go upstairs and get in her room. Y'all go ahead now, go on and play. Yeah, and then of course everybody in the neighborhood is like, Mr. So-and-so's, he's so mean, I hate him. But hey, that's okay, because sometimes you got to be the bad guy. You know what type of resources you have. I had a friend, I just showed up randomly when it was dinner time, you know, always knew, because their mom cooked like rice-a-roni. You know, when you were a kid, rice-a-roni was the stuff. They would cook rice-a-roni, stuff we couldn't afford, and I just happened to show up around dinner time. What y'all doing? We about to eat. You want to eat with us? And I'd hear him going and ask their mom, can Kevin stay for dinner? And she'd be like, baby, we ain't got enough for other people, okay? It's tough feeding y'all. And then she would have to come and tell me, no, Kevin, not today. I don't have enough for you, baby. Go home. I had to go home. I couldn't just say, bust open the door like, man, forget this mess. Where the grub? But I want some rice-a-roni. Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. I couldn't go in there and just start snatching stuff. So the world don't work like that. And for us to see this happening, now it went from 4 to 7,000. They're trying to make Trump be the bad guy and say, ain't gonna happen on my watch. But guess what? He's not going to be the bad guy, because there's a lot of Americans that saying, I hope this don't happen on Trump's watch. I don't care if the Democrats are sitting by idly watching this take place, encouraging it, trying to make the president look bad and insensitive and non-moral and all of that stuff. So what? So what? I think he's willing to take it on the chin and be the bad guy in the eyes of a lot of uneducated and unaware liberals in our society who think that this is a humanitarian problem, okay, and also be the bad guy in the eyes of the already fake liberal media and the crooked, corrupt, nasty, dirty, funky, disgusting, vomit, poop, stain, dumpster juice Democrats, period. And my final thought, I saw on the news today them interviewing one of the guys coming up from Guatemala or somewhere, and they said, look, y'all done grew to 7,000. And the president said he's willing to put the military down there to stop y'all. What's your thought on this? He said, we still coming anyway. You know why? He said, because they won't be able to stop us all. So basically what he's saying is we about to bum rush the border, and they ain't gonna be able to stop us all, because guess what? It's a whole bunch of men who can't fit the bill for asylum. So why you coming, man? You ain't coming to claim asylum. You're all soldier age men. Whole bunch of brothers who already show signs of violence in Mexico. And now you're gonna try to invade a sovereign nation with your flag. What are you, conquering us? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. So you telling me that you're gonna, let me tell you something. I had a girlfriend in high school, okay? Went to the opposite school of ours. We were playing their school in football. And this girl had the nerve, she was the only black cheerleader on their team. They're playing us. She had the nerve to go to school, she's a cheerleader for her squad, wearing my jacket. Running around the building talking about my boyfriend gonna run all over y'all this weekend. They were ready to throw her out on her ear, and I understood that. Well, but because she was my girlfriend, I did tell them, y'all put a finger on her, it's gonna be bad news for everybody. I'm gonna come up to that school and it's gonna be trouble, okay? But nonetheless, I understood the anger of that. How offensive is that? You go to another school and yet you come in with somebody else's jacket on, like, yeah, in your face. What you gonna do? That is enough to tick off everybody. So now you're coming to our country and just gonna come in with your flag dangling it. That is a sign of we're about to conquer y'all. Plus, you said we coming anyway because you know what? It's too many of us and they won't be able to stop all of us. So what are you saying? You're saying now that you're gonna start the relationship with America by breaking the law and want us to accept you as a model citizen? See, how relationships begin tells you how the relationship progresses and ends. If you start the relationship off bad with lies and violating all types of expectations and discussions and rules that have been agreed upon, don't think that relationship's gonna get better. It's gonna go downhill from there. So you come in illegally, and now all of a sudden you're gonna become a law-abiding citizen. You start off illegal, but somehow gonna end up as a law-abiding citizen. I don't think so, man. Okay? You gotta be kidding me, okay? So you know what your problem is, man? Okay? Listen, man. You people like you need people like me. Somebody to be the bad guy, okay? Just like Donald Trump, okay? Somebody to say, that's okay. I tell the truth, even when I lie, okay? That's what they need. We need that. We need a president, and we have one now, that is telling it like it is. He could take the political route and say, let me say all the nice stuff so I don't look bad on MSNBC and CNN, but no. He's keeping it 100% real, and he's saying, hey, I will put the military down there before I let people just bum rush the house. He is not, your parent would be horrible if they just said, and I'm talking to all those that grew up, and we all had parents, okay? All right, so if you had a parent that just said, you know what, I'm not gonna protect the crib. I'm gonna let people just bum rush the house, come in, loot, raid, do whatever it is to my family, then that parent really don't love their family. And if the family is mad about it, so be it, they'll love him again later on, after they mature enough and see that, wow, mom or dad was protecting me from potential danger, even though it didn't feel good at the time, but now I see the wisdom in it. And that's what Americans have to see. And they also have to see through this phony charade that the Democrats are playing about, no, they're just looking for a better life. Don't want to call them illegal immigrants, undocumented citizens. How can you be an undocumented citizen? You ain't even made it to the country yet. But they're already starting to talk about that. We're already seeing signs of them trying to push them into the voter poll. There is a bigger agenda and a bigger motive of people. That's all I'm saying. So sooner mid to far left American citizens realize that, the better off you'll be. Okay? I know it's a tough pill to swallow, big fat red pill, to wake up one day and say, man, the party that I've been supporting for 20, 30, 40 years of my life is corrupt and have not our best interests in mind. Don't really even care about us and don't care about those people that's traveling. And that's the facts, Jack. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, keeping it 100% with you. I was offended this morning when I saw that guy get on TV and say, yeah, we come in anyway, and it's too many of us for y'all to stop us. So basically, we just gonna bum rush the border, break out and run off into the bushes somewhere, and let's see if y'all can catch us all. That's ridiculous. And the Democrats are perpetuating this. They're perpetuating this. Perpetuating? Perpetuating. Ha! One of them, you know what I mean. Anyway, find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, and check me out Wednesday nights, 7:30, live, Kevin's Corner. Also, if you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do so. And check out my sponsor, Extreme Tees. It's a little chilly right now, and I'm just getting off from work, so, you know, I ain't got one of the Extreme Tees on right now. But you've seen my videos with them. And most of you say, I like those t-shirts. So check out Extreme Tees, the link's in the bottom, and we will talk to you next time in Kevin's Corner after we deal with some more of this nonsense. Anyway, see you next time in Kevin's Corner. Oh, don't forget to hit the notification button and subscribe, like, and share. God bless.